Hey guys, it's Gingerbeard from Klysm Gaming, along with TheBeardedOne.
Vote for me for president, because that's totally going on.
Sniperslayer95 from Klysm Gaming.
Oh my god, everyone give him a vote for me. I'm Batman. No, you're not. I'm Batman. Shut up.
Okay. And today we're going to be talking about Crackdown 1 and 2, a really cool series that wasn't actually supposed to be a series, but it was just, the first game was just supposed to be a host game for Halo 3 beta. So I will guys, yeah, that's how I'm going to fucking explain.
I will guys all over.
I will now forward you guys to the Bearded One, and he will explain to you what Crackdown was.
Okay, so Crackdown was a game that was developed back in 2007. It was developed by Real Time Worlds and Microsoft Game Studios. And basically, the whole premise of the game was there's this city somewhere in America called Pacific City, and it's made up of 3 different islands that are each controlled by a different gang faction. And in the center of the city is the hub of the agency, which is this, like, international crime association. Mm-hmm. Basically, they're the cops.
It was a hotel before it was an agency.
Yep. Yeah, apparently you learn through backstory that the agency tower was actually a hotel prior to the agency coming in. But basically, they're this big anti-crime organization. What is that word? Stationed in Pacific City. Yeah. And they see that crime is rampant all over the city. It's basically destroying the city from the inside with all the crime that's going on. So they develop a new breed of agents.
Superhumans.
They're basically superhumans, yes. And they create these agents, genetically enhanced soldiers, to go out into the city and take care of the different crime factions that are controlling the city. And basically there are 3 different gangs. There's the Los Muertos, which is the Mexican gang. There is the Volk, which is the Russian gang. And then there is the Shai Gent, which is the Asian gang. So basically, you're the agent, you're this super-powered buff dude who jumps over buildings and shit, and you go around and you beat the shit out of gangsters and you save the city.
Mm-hmm. Pretty epic game that a lot of people have missed because Halo 3 beta was bundled with that game, eh?
Yeah, because this game wasn't supposed to be as big as it eventually ended up being, because it was just an excuse for Microsoft to put the Halo 3 beta with something, no matter what it was.
So I love how much time they spent like developing Crackdown, which wasn't actually supposed to be a game. It was actually just supposed to be what's that word I'm looking for? Kind of like a teaser thing to the whole Halo 3 beta. But when people actually took the time to play and understand what it was, they're like, "Oh my god, this is epic."
Basically, it's Grand Theft Auto on a extreme type of crack that makes you jump.
Well, yeah, Grand Theft Auto on steroids, basically.
Basically, imagine GTA if you could jump over a giant skyscraper.
Actually, not really GTA, more like True Crime, if you've ever played that.
Yeah, I've played that a million times. And with cars, throw them at people, and basically do whatever you want without, you know?
So basically, as the agent, you have different skills that you can level up during the course of the game. You have about 5 or 6 different skills. You have agility, you have strength, you have driving, you have guns, and you have explosives.
Yep.
And basically, the more you do in those certain skills, the more they level up. Because, let's say you're trying to level up your gun skill, right? So you shoot someone with a gun, they release these little beads, these little, like, cyan beads that have gun symbols in them. And the more of those you collect, the more you level up. And you can go up to 5 levels, and then there's an extra 6 level just to max out your skills. But basically, the more you level up, the more, more powerful you become. Like, the better you become with guns, the more powerful your melee attacks become, the faster you can run, and the higher you can jump.
Interesting fact, though, about the agility, you can't actually, like, say you jump on somebody, that's not going to give you agility skills. You got to either kill them from really high altitude or collect orbs.
Yeah, agility, you have to go around and collect the orbs on the rooftops and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to kill them by running into them, but no, we can't do that.
No, not at all. So basically, the way you level up your agility is on the rooftops. There are certain levels of agility orbs you can collect, and there are these little green orbs on the rooftops that you run around to collect. And there's different levels of agility orbs. Like, the tiny ones just give you, like, barely any experience.
Yeah, and each orb, sorry, let me interrupt, but each of the orbs on the rooftops for the agility one, depending on how high they are, they have the like the low ones have the 1 star in them, or the one little orb that, and then the higher ones have like the 5 orbs. So it can show you which level is it's required for you to jump up there and grab that.
Basically, the higher you go in the city, the higher the altitude, the more experience you get from orbs, and the harder they become to obtain.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to ask you guys your opinions on the original Crackdown.
Well, it was amazing. Like, it was, I'd never played Grand Theft Auto before that, but somehow I knew what, like, it's similar to but I had played True Crime, which is basically Grand Theft Auto if you're a cop.
Yeah, weren't you not allowed to play Grand Theft Auto or something like that?
For the longest time, yeah, I could play True Crime, but it doesn't make any sense. Anyways.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
Anyways. I'm like, holy crap, this is True Crime mixed with Grand Theft Auto on crack, and I can steal cars and throw people in the water.
Yeah, basically.
So, it took me the longest time to actually complete the campaign because I would always just mess around. My favorite thing was, the little, keys to the city. I would go into keys to the city.
Oh my God, keys to the city.
I would get, like, unlimited ammo and just pepper random cars with explosives, run, pick them up, throw them into the river, and blow them up.
Yeah, and basically as me and the Bearded One were talking about on a previous episode, that actually the Deadpool episode, is if a lot of people want to come home from work or school or whatever you guys do in your spare time, and they want to come home and they just want to fucking play games and not have to worry about the games telling you where to go, what they want you to do. You can just come home and do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
You want to kill somebody viciously? Do it.
Yeah.
In the video games, because in real life it's illegal, and in video games, nobody who really gets hurt.
Well, I think people's mental capacity would know that never mimic something in a video game in real life, because you'll just ruin your life. Anyway, but
you'd be surprised. People watch Jersey Shore. I mean,
I would be surprised. Anyway, but as Gingerbeard was saying, a lot of gamers just want to play a game and have fun and do whatever, and that's what made Crackdown so fun. It's just basically they give you a huge city to explore, and you could do anything and blow anything up and kill everyone and just have tons of fun with it. And that game was so fun.
For real.
It was. And if you just wanted to kill cops and bad guys in Keys to the City, you can turn off the civilians.
I have a suggestion. Let's do something that we have never done on KGTS before. Let's have our favorite moments, our favorite gaming moments in Crackdown. Do you guys remember anything from Crackdown that was memorable to you?
I remember my favorite gaming moment of all time, in Crackdown, was I was playing with my friend, and we both we were both trying to jump off the top tower and land in a little lake. And so he jumps on, but I had the homing rocket out.
Oh, God.
I had it locked onto him, and he had turned God mode off for the challenge. So he's about to land it, and all of a sudden the rockets hit him, blow him out of the sky. And I just start dying laughing. He respawns, kicks me off. He's shooting the rockets at me, but he doesn't know that I have God. Like, as soon as he kicked me off, I turned God mode on, and the rockets are hitting me, and he's like, "Why aren't you dying?"
Kyle, that's mean.
It was the most fun I've had in any video game I've ever played.
That is so mean. Okay, Gingerbeard, do you remember?
Yeah, me personally, my the greatest moment of Crackdown for me, because I've only played the first one, not the second one, But the greatest moment for me was trying to get up to the top of the Shy Gen Tower.
Oh my god, that tower.
That was hard.
Because you got up to this one certain part, and you had to hop up on top of these like huge ass silos, and you can only get up there if you had like level 5 agility or something like that. But there was a certain way that you you could get up there with level 4.
Mm-hmm.
I could never get up there, and then I finally get up there. I get up there, go to fight the boss, and I almost fucking die. So I finally kill the boss, and then to celebrate, you know what I did? Jumped off the building, landed, and died.
That's fantastic.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Okay. For me personally, my moment in Crackdown is very similar to Gingerbeard's, where I remember climbing the Shy Gen Tower. That tower was a bitch. People say that the Agency Tower was hard to climb, but the Shy Gen
was harder because the Agency Tower was easier to climb.
By comparison,
see, I was climbing...
the Agency Tower is easy.
For real.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So I was climbing the Shy Gen Tower, and this was because basically the final boss was on the Shy Gen Tower, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I was climbing up, and I was making some progress. I was getting up there. A little bit of difficulty here and there, but I was making my way up. And then I finally got to the top of the tower, and you know how the top of the tower is like that oriental area?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
With like that the pond kind of place?
The, like the feng shui garden.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so, like, in that area is the final boss, and you know how all of his henchmen are surrounding him?
Yeah.
Most of his henchmen have explosive weapons.
Yeah.
So
it was so hard.
I get to the top of the tower, and as soon as I run towards the boss to try and damage him, they blow me off the tower with rockets. So basically, the very moment I get to the top of the tower, they kick me right off, and I fall all the way back down.
Oh my god! Yeah, and then your only option is to climb all the way back up, eh?
The only option is to either climb all over again or rage quit, which is exactly what I did. And I rage quit that game for about a week or two, and then I finally went back and I finished it.
See, what I've learned from video games is, for example, playing the old Spyro. If you can't do something, wait until you play 2 or 3 more games after that, and then go back to Spyro, and it'll be a piece of cake to do. Because you just need more personal, achievement and more personal know-how on how to play the game and get to know those challenges in order to go back and understand it. Because at first you're like, hey, how the fuck do I do this? And you just need for another game to teach you in a more understanding manner instead of just, here, jump from here to here.
The game that gave me, this is going off topic, but the game that gave me the confidence to beat pretty much any game I've ever played is Majora's Mask. Once I beat that, I'm like, I can do anything I want. I can beat anything I want now.
Yeah, the satisfaction of beating a game is just like, wow, you feel like you're in the top of the world.
And then you find out somebody somehow beat it with a higher score than you.
Yeah.
And then you want to go throttle them.
If I may interrupt, I have another moment I want to talk about in Crackdown. So this was after I beat the game, right? And I went back to the Shy Gen Tower, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do something crazy. So I can't remember exactly how I did it, but I managed to make a giant, rectangle of explosive barrels at the bottom of the tower. And then I climbed all the way back up. And then I jumped. And then I ground pounded onto the giant sea of explosive barrels, and my agent flew all the way across the city.
Was that with Keys to the City on?
No, this was just a normal game. So that was the greatest thing I have ever seen in that game. My agent flying across to the next island.
I believe I can
the
fly.
impact. The force of the impact and intense explosion.
And that happened.
I don't even know how it happened. It just did, and it was amazing, and I'll never forget it. So, moving on to Crackdown 2.
Which Nick hasn't played.
Never played it, wanted to, played the demo, and I was like, this is sick as shit, but I never got the money to play the number 2. Actually, I went to EB Games the other day, or GameStop if you guys live in the States, but There was honestly like 5 Crackdown 2s in the discount box, and I was like, I want to buy this, but I was like, no, I need money for lunch. So I guess food beat me on this one.
I think
Wow.
I'll explain what Crackdown 2 is about, if that's okay with. Okay, so basically, at one point during Crackdown 1, I'm pretty sure it's the Shaijan, and they're experimenting with like freaks to make super soldiers. They're experimenting with people to try to make super soldiers. They end up making freaks, which are kind of like zombies in a way. And that somehow that they break at the end of Crackdown 1, nothing's happening. And somehow at the end during the course from Crackdown 1 to Crackdown 2, they break out, infect the entire city pretty much, except for like a lot of civilians. And like at the end of Crackdown 1, Agency basically takes over because they're power-hungry jerkwads. And the people get tired of it, so there's this little resistance group that the agency dubs terrorists called the Cell. And the Cell wants to protect the freaks, the agency wants to destroy the freaks and the Cell and gain the power back. All the while driving the city deeper into debt and poorness. Because if you play the Crackdown 2, you notice the city is a lot more run down. It's completely run into the ground. Buildings are destroyed and all that stuff. Anyways, the freaks cannot come out at night, and you have to activate these UV things, these giant UV bombs, basically, to put into the freak layers, which are underground, and you have to destroy the freaks. I've never actually beaten Crackdown 2 yet. I have not officially beaten it.
I have.
I just know that once you kill everything, really, I've beaten it. I've killed all the freaks in a way using keys to the city just to fool around because I hated dealing with those guys at the end. But I'm pretty sure you had to beat all the Cell and stuff. And really, that's what it's about. And they tried to make it less than less. And they still wanted it to be free roam, but they wanted to encourage you to actually do the stuff instead of just screwing around. It worked. It worked.
Yeah, most games like that, a lot of people screw around and just do whatever they want on. Personally, I've every single Grand Theft Auto game I've played, I've beaten because, to be honest, just going around and beating the shit out of people, I get bored often because I actually want to get some satisfaction out of beating a game instead of just...
And the way Grand Theft Auto did it was, you had to beat missions to be able to unlock certain places to go to. So, here's one. What was your favorite gaming moment in Crackdown 2? Not number 1.
Crackdown 2. This is my favorite game moment. This is one of the cool things I found out about Crackdown 2. Once they released Keys to the City, I went in there and I was like, oh, Keys to the City, this is so much fun. But then they added something that was just amazing. Jet boosters.
Oh, yes!
Oh my god, the jet boosters, basically rocket boots with unlimited fuel. You can go as high as you want. And it's insane how high you can go with those things. It's just awesome.
I actually found a glitch that will get you higher.
Well, that was one of the cool things I found. My favorite moment in Crackdown 2 was when I jumped from the top of the agency tower all the way down into the sewers. Into that giant toilet Easter egg.
Yes, that's my favorite moment. My favorite moment was dropping thousands upon thousands of explosives and keys to the city, and I trapped a couple of people that I was playing with. I didn't know them. I did not like them. So I trapped them in there.
Which is what happens on most times online.
They were being complete jerks. I said, they didn't have crap. They were trying to play this game with hunt down people. I'm like, I'm not playing that stupid game. I'm the host. I can't kick them, which is that's something I don't like about Crackdown. I just can't kick people. Crackdown 2 at least. But so I'm like, I'm just gonna mess with them. They have their own rules. They're not turning on God mode. So I aim the chopper down. I spawn a chopper, and I blow the crap out of them, and they all just rage quit. And then I finally get some people I actually like, and we just mess around, and we try
That's
to
usually what happens. You piss them off so much, and then they just rage quit.
Rage quit.
And then you meet people you actually like.
Like me.
I didn't meet you in Crackdown. I met you in Halo.
I know.
We went over this, Nick.
I know that's
It's okay. So,
anyways,
Crackdown 2. What are our final thoughts and opinions?
Crackdown overall, the game wasn't actually supposed to be a game, but from what I have experienced in Crackdown, it is a really unique game, and it's basically, in a nutshell, like a Grand Theft Auto game on steroids.
Pretty much.
My final thoughts on both games are some of the most innovative and fun games I've ever played. And IGN, if you have anything different to say, I will hunt you down, and I will shove it in your face and take the money that Activision pays you away. You understand me? Shut up, IGN.
Let's not start with IGN. They're just dumb overall.
They're like Fox News. Oh wait, you guys don't know what Fox News is.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, you do. Yeah, they're like Fox News and Bill O'Reilly.
Anyway, we're going to wrap this episode up because it's probably going insanely long. But that was a good talk today. My name is Gingerbeard from Klysm Gaming, along with TheBeardedOne, my co-host, and our special guest today, Sniperslayer95.
I have some closing words.
Oh boy.
What the
That is all.
fuck?
This guy.
That is all.
Anyway, next time we will probably be talking about games somewhere along the lines of Assassin's Creed or something like that. But stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, share your friends, post it on Facebook, have a shit ton of talk. Don't forget to watch this in the bathroom while you're taking a dump. And overall, we will see you guys next time. So peace out.